All right, gang, welcome back to the channel. Another day, we're gonna get something else done on Tommy's car today. So 64 Fairlane 427 big block FE motor, dual carb. Here we go. Okay, so what are we doing today? So basically we're gonna take the two carburetors off, and I'll give you a little background on what's happening with this thing. So we went to the track a few weeks ago, obviously, to Capitol Dragway with all the cars, and the car ran, time-wise, it ran pretty good for its first day out, but he kept saying it won't accelerate, like he couldn't, like he'd give it gas, but it wouldn't accelerate. He goes, I couldn't get the RPMs up to do the burnout or nothing like that. And then when he went to try to launch it, the RPMs wouldn't come up past like 3,000. So we thought maybe the chip or something like that. It wasn't that. I didn't feel it. I mean, you can hear it with the car kind of loading up. So I took the car out of the trailer here at the house and tried giving it, and it just struggles, really struggles bad to get RPM. So, I mean, at wide open throttle, it was kind of, but I mean, you're talking 4, 5, 6 seconds later before you can, and then it would, go. So determined that it was carburetor issue, too much fuel, pulled the plugs out, plugs were black. So I took the carburetors off, made sure there was nothing wrong with them, like, something stuck in them or whatever. So we cleaned them all up, rebuilt them, put them back on. Basically the same thing. So I'm like, all right, it's got too much fuel in it. So what I did was I disconnected the linkage. I ran it on one carburetor because they are connected on the bottom. Not perfect, but they are connected, right? The intake. So on one carburetor, beautiful, like instant response, perfect. Okay. Shut that carburetor off. Started it on the other carburetor, same thing, perfect. So I'm like, all right, too much fuel, definitely getting too much fuel. So now the issue with these carburetors is they're great carburetors, but they're for a tunnel ram. Okay, tunnel ram sits up about that high, carburetor, big squirters. The squirters got to squirt hard to fill up the volume of the plenum. Okay, so, and even then, they're made for pretty much wide open throttle. All right. So now these carburetors have a metering block. That would be the front of the carburetor, right? So they got a metering block, but there's no power valve and jets. It's got a 76 jet in the front, right in there. So now you got 76 already, right? That's already a lot of fuel. That alone would be plenty. In the back of the bowls, they don't have a metering block. They have a metering plate that's inside. When I take it apart, I'll show it to you. Those are fixed metering. I took them apart. Again, I looked the numbers up. It's a 76. So I took the carburetors off. I dropped the fronts down to 69, right, in the front. And there's no power valve, and it seemed better. But again, you still got 76 and 76 in the back. No power valve. Put them back on. So now we looked into this. I got metering blocks. He ordered 2 metering blocks that have a valve, power valve. You could put power valves in them. So they have a spot to put a power valve in, but we got to drill the body out to get the vacuum signal to it. In the back, Holly makes, or Quick Fuel, somebody, whatever they are, makes a metering plate that's actually adjustable, so you can actually change the jets in those, okay? Or else you'd have to buy fixed ones. They make them in 76, 79, different part numbers, but then they're fixed like this. And you're gonna have to buy them every time, buy a different one. So the adjustable ones that they came out with are awesome, because now you could just change the jet like you're changing the front. So we got 2 metering blocks, 2 power valves, extra gaskets, 2 rebuild kits, a float kit, and metering and adjustable metering blocks for the back, metering plates for the back. So I'm going to take these off, disconnect everything, bring them in the shop, rebuild them, put everything back together, and we're going to drop the jet down. So what happens is now you could drop the jet down a lot, because under power or under load, the power valve will make up the jetting that it would need. Like this, it's fixed. So you got to give it enough jet for wide open throttle, but at an idle it's fine. But off idle to like, you know, above 4,500 to 5,000 RPM, it's a pig. I mean, like a pig rich. Okay, so that'll fix all of that. We hope, but I'm 99% that that's going to fix the problem, so that we can get all this thing situated. Back in the day when I had these, I had metering blocks in front and back, longer tube, and that took care of that problem. And we made the squirter a little bit smaller, but that was only a little 289 motor, the one that's in Josh's car now that had a tunnel ram with these on it. Lost those 2 carburetors since then, long story, but they would have worked perfect on this car actually. But we're going to put these on, we'll get these to work, and get back to the track with this thing. And it ran good. Surprisingly, the ET in the mile an hour was pretty good. I don't remember if he showed you or not. I'm not going to say now. If he wants to tell you, he could tell you. But with this, car will run like an animal. All right, so I'm going to take them off. I'm going to bring them inside, and we'll go from there. All right, so we got this thing off. I'm going to do one at a time. I'm going to take it all apart because we got to drill a hole in the body. So let me start with this. All right, so we got the carburetor, started taking it apart, as you could see, right? So this doesn't have a provision for a power valve, so we're not going to use that. The back, so that power valve would go in here, right? And it's going to get a signal from a vacuum that we're going to put in there. And then this side has this plate. So that plate corresponds with a 76 jet size. So we're going to take that off, and we're going to put the adjustable one in here. And then we're going to change the float in there too, because it's a little bit thicker, so you got to change the float. So I got that off, right? So basically all this is a little calibrated, got a gasket in between. It's just a calibrated piece that lets 76 flow through it. Okay, so take that off and get it ready. All right, so this is the bottom of the carb, right? There's a bolt that goes in there. That little hole is the hole for the vacuum. It comes up through there. It comes up through that little hole right there. And then you can see there's nothing here. So we got to drill that little passageway. I'm going to put the plate back on and then just drill a little passageway with a little tiny, that size, a little smaller than that. So we got to find the right size, and then just drill straight through, and it should come up right in there, right next to that little bump. All right, so this is the size. I don't know what it is. It just fits perfect. So that's gonna go right in there like that. All right, bam, right through there, and into that, and out that little bump. Right out, right there, out that little thing right there. All right. All right. Got the little hole made. So now it'll get a signal when there's vacuum there. And we're gonna put all the other stuff back together. So now we gotta put the, where'd they go? Let's see. We got these metering blocks. that are threaded and stuff for the power valve. So we're gonna put, I gotta look up what power valve we're using, and then I'm gonna see how much fuel we're gonna take out of it. All right, so with the power valve in it, we put 65s in it, and then we're gonna put 65s in the back. So I'll show you this kit when I get it out already. All right, so we got that, and I'm gonna change the needle in the seat in this one. So got new needle in the seats we're gonna put in it, and the gaskets and whatnot, and we're good to go. All right, so before I put these back on, the gaskets are all smushed to death on these bowls. So I'm gonna go and get nylon ones. They're like hard, that they don't get all smushed out of the way, and they'll seal and we have to worry about them. All right, so I took a ride up to Ben Pillar to pick up the nylon stuff and the O-rings for the transfer tubes. So I'm gonna put this one back together. Let me show you how that stuff works, and then I'll go put the other one, take the other one apart. Okay, back is done, or front is done. All right, so we put the new metering block in it, power valve, gaskets, and we went with a 65 jet. So a power valve, depending on what you go by, they come anywhere from, it'll make up about anywhere from like 6 to 10 jet sizes. So I went with a 65, let's say it's even +8, all right? So we'll see what happens, but we can always move them up a little bit. So right now that's where that is. And the other thing I gotta do is I gotta put the, let's see, does that have, yeah, we gotta put the idle fuel mixture one in there. And then that's it. All right, so I'll show you this, okay? So that's the one that's fixed. And then this one has provisions for a jet, which this one don't. So, and then we just got to change the bowl because it goes a little closer. So if the jet sticks up a little bit, you got to make sure you got enough clearance. Like, so the, now this sticks in, that's going to be coming out. Put the other one in it. All right. All right, that's a nice little setup. So I changed the float so you could see the float is in a different position, so it clears the jets, because this is going to go like that, right? So you got the space cut out on the bottom to clear that. All right, I'm going to put this one back together. Needle and seat. Put a new needle and seat in it, right? And put the transfer tube in it. And then this one will be done, and then I'll go take the other one apart. Okie dokie. All right, so we got one ready to go. Idle mixture screws, run them all the way in. 1.5 turns out is a good starting point. The floats, we run them all the way down, and then 1 turn out, start them low. And then once we turn the car on and put the fuel pump on, then we just adjust them. I gotta put the plugs back in here. This is getting a vacuum plugged, and that's it. So that's one. And same thing's gonna happen with the other one. All right, so we got all these back on. Got the fuel bowls set. All right, all the floats set.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the plugs back in it real quick, and then we'll start it up. We'll let it warm up for a second. All right, got all that hooked back up. Everything's good. All right, start it up and then turn the fuel pump on. Just pump it once, it should start right up.
Huh?
Pump it once, it should start right up. Yep, go ahead. What's it idling at?
Idle's right under, so...
Right under what, 1,000?
Yeah.
So like 900?
900.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to see, if it was under 1,000 or not.
Yeah, like
All right,
there.
and it's got to warm up too. So I mean, it's not. I mean, you gotta. It's not even warmed up yet.
It sounds good though.
That revved up.
That one was about 4,500. So.
Beautiful. Okie dokie. All right, let's go racing. What we'll do is we'll check it. And you had the pump running, obviously, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna put the air cleaners back on it, and then we'll make final adjustments at the track. Those plugs are probably shot that are in there now anyway, you know, from before. So he can put new plugs in it, and then we'll get a timing mark on them and go from there. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe.
See you
Tom's
at the track.
Car, we'll see you at the track. I don't know if this video is going to come out before we go to the track, but yeah, today's what, Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to get this
until
out.
Saturday.
All right, Cecil County Saturday. I don't know if Tom's coming with us, but we're going. All the cars are ready to go.
Yep. And Jimmy's coming with us too.
Jimmy's going to be there too, so see you guys later on.